wonderful. She cooked several different meals. That day, we enjoyed wonderful meals. When I came back to Africa, 2 years back the line, they divorced. These are not young people. They have lived in marriage for more than 30 years, but they divorced. You know, in America, marriage is a contract. It's not a commitment. So, what I want to tell you, balance, he was a man of balance. He exercised faith in God. You know, we have leaders who never realize that when you are a leader, you need to exercise faith in God. What do you do? As I said yesterday, we need to be prayerful, and the men and the women who know that the work that we have been given is not our work. This is what the Lord has given you, a responsibility that comes from the Lord. That's why, my friends, I want to tell you, Nehemiah was a man that he had balance in his leadership. He was prepared to give up a fine position because a greater work had to be done. You needed to be principled. You needed to give a direction as a leader, but in love. He was a man that was proactive. He was a man that was proactive. That means when you read in the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2, verse 11, and chapter 7, verse 14, Bible, chapter 7, verse 1 to 4. He waited on no one once he got the vision. He evaluated and took the initiative to mobilize the forces to build the walls. So friends, when the walls of Jerusalem were being done, and this man was the leader, he had to take time, and this man was a proactive man in his leadership. He waited on no one. You know, we have people who can never make a decision until he waits for somebody so that he or she can make a decision. We have other leaders who are pushed before they make a decision. But this man was such a man who was proactive in decision making. You can stand and say, this is the direction. I wish my elder was here at Domuro. When we were moving, when I was in New Hampshire, when we were moving from the tent to the church, a section of the church board members say, no pastor until we finish the church is when we will move in. I told them, and some few members, we stood and said, when we go in, that is when we can finish the church. They said no, but we had to vote. We moved in, but they finished the church when they were inside. You can't even say amen because you never take a risk. Men and women of God, are you here? So what I want to tell you, that we need men, we need leaders who can make decisions without fear. Oh, hello? I was in Meru, 2003, I was a pastor in one of the churches in Meru. Now, one of the elders who was connected to the office leadership, to the director, when we were making a decision of changing the leadership of the school which was there, a relative who was the principal, the head teacher of that school, used to squander money of the school. I had to make a decision with some few people, and this man was an uncle, the elder, and he had influence. Then we come to the church board. We discussed, and now we were voting, and the vote went through. This man told me, Pastor, I can make sure, I'm going to make sure you leave this church. You have to go. Do you know that I'm the one who gave out this table you are sitting on? You are using right now. I gave several iron sheets. I told him, my elder, you are so wonderful that the Lord has blessed you. I request you to remove all the iron sheets and this table, take it back to your home. That's what I told him. And I told him, I will never fear to go on transferred because I was not employed to be a permanent pastor here. I stood firm. We had to remove this lady. He never took the iron sheets. He never took the table. But at the end of the day, he became my friend. You can't say amen. Because that is a decision. So we must be balanced. And that Mzee is a good friend up to now. When the wife died and the son died, he called me. And they used to call me even now. So when you tell people the truth, even if they hate you, they will love you. Because you tell them the truth. So, friends, this man was a man that was proactive. He waited on no one. Once he got the vision, he evaluated. You needed to evaluate as a leader. And took the initiative to mobilize the forces to build the walls. And the walls were done. He was a motivator of people. He was a motivator of people. Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 3, chapter 2 verse 19 to 18, chapter 3 verse 28, and chapter 4 verse 14. Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 3, chapter 2 verse 19 to 18, chapter 3 number 28, chapter 4 verse 14. He used the courtesy, good preparation, initiatives, and appeal to the deepest needs of others to move them to action. Oh, hello? Did you hear that? That this man was a motivator of people. You know, sometimes as leaders, when the members are given for the camp meeting, and we are doing a camp meeting where we are not fighting with the leadership, after the camp meeting, we need to motivate and congratulate the members. We need to appreciate the leaders who are leading this camp meeting. You need to motivate your wife, you need to motivate your girlfriend and your boyfriend. You know, sometimes women cook nicely, but there is no day you are never appreciated. You get disappointed. You get discouraged. Motivate young people. Advise them, counsel them. This man, Nehemiah, he had the courtesy. He knew how to do good preparation. Incentives, he was giving incentives and a bill. You know, sometimes we give incentives because we bribe people so that they elect you next time. This is not what Nehemiah meant. And you know, the church we live today, when you stand for the truth, you will never be elected in any office. Do you accept that? Hello, do you accept that? Because we have wonderful men of God who can move the church to the other level, but they will never be given an opportunity. Instead, a relative will be picked. Hello? Do you hear what I'm saying? Even if you have a position where you are working, you cannot pick a youth in church and give that. So, a good leader motivates. A good leader does good preparation in energy to prepare people for the same. Mrorongo Church have a small piece of land, and the school is also there. The place is so squeezed. And I told the elders and the responsibilities of the school, I told them, we need a plot in our next neighborhood. They saw it was so impossible. And in that school, when I went there, the leadership were enjoying what they were getting in that school. I had to call the church board. I told the church board, no more. All members who have debts to the school, they have to pay, or we disfellowship them, we discipline them. I told them, give me the numbers of all these parents. I called them and I visited some of them, and I told them, unless you pay, I will take your name to the church board and we discipline it. money came in, and this time, as I said today, last year I bought a piece of land and we moved the neighbors. We paid 1.5 million from the school fees. Last week I moved another neighbor. We paid 2 million, and in December we are paying 1 million pounds from the school fees. I want to see. Some of them went to the field. I told them, not to the field, go to the union, because I fear nobody. I'm doing the right thing. Then they called me. When the President Juma knew that, he said, Pastor, you are doing a good work. Then I came back and they displayed this guy, 12 months sensor. He kept quiet. Now he's at his home, waiting for the year to come. When the census will be done, he will come back to church. So, my friends, the politics we have in our church is something that heaven does not recognize, because we have men and women who are sitting, enjoying the tithes, but they are not doing the right thing at the right time. Our friends, me and nobody tell people, even if you send me home, I'm a carpenter, I will open a workshop and start working. And I can still make money. Because I went to training, Kenya Industrial Training, Kisumu. I've taught in a polytechnic. I've opened a workshop. I can make money and earn and take my kids to school. What else do you need in this world? So what I want to tell you, friends, the Lord is looking at us. The Lord wants us to be motivators of people and to make things move. The other point is, he handled conflicts. I'm a professional mediator and a counselor. Somewhere else I told men this way: when this crisis is there, bring a neutral mediator who does not know our fundamentals, and they can unite this man. I speak this without fear. I was in Central Church, a wonderful church which you can never find in Africa. I was a pastor in Central Church. Some of us are here. I was in Central Church, a wonderful church. The church was giving 15 million per month. But within a short time, things happened which the Lord can really condemn. And we are sitting down and saying, we are going to heaven. What heaven are you saying? When you divide people in tribal rights. But I want to tell you, friends, you will need to understand and know how we handle conflicts. The book of Nehemiah chapter 5, verse 1 to 19. The Bible tells me he dealt with the discouragement within his ranks by getting them unified, focused, and mobilized. Oh, hello. Are you getting what I'm saying here? That he handled the conflicts. He dealt with the discouragement. We have young people here who are discouraged because of life, who are disappointed because of life. But I want to tell you, we need men, elders, who can sit with these young people and encourage them, change their perception, and have a positive attitude in life. We have men and women who take their lives, who kill themselves. They want somebody to come in their lives and change their perception so that they see life in a positive way. Hello? You know why do you think people kill themselves? It's because they reach in a point of no return. And they know that that is the only answer. 2 months ago, I was counseling a lady. I didn't know this woman. The two sisters proved, they're my members, they proved that this girl, she's going to take her life. She's married. She has 2 kids. I may not mention the name. Now they sent the number. I talked with this young girl. She's married to a young man. They have been blessed with 2 kids. I talked with this young woman. Tonight, I took time to talk to her. I prayed with her, and she revealed that she has bought medicine na aro. She decided atajiweka kamba wakati amewekea watoto dawa mzee ako Nairobi, amemsumbua, anaona afai, amheshimu. I talked with this woman, I took her through, and at the end of the day, she accepted to go and throw this dawa kwa choo. Na nikamuuliza, what is the use of the rope? She said, now I will take the rope ili nitumie kufungia mbuzi. I will buy mbuzi ambayo nitakuwa ninaona. Hallelujah. So that girl called me the other day and she told me, Pastor, I have, those are Adventist friends. They are members in church. But the conflicts have made them not to see the light of God. You know, we may be members in church, very active in church, but we have never met with Jesus Christ. Now, Lord, friends, I want to tell you, this man knew how to handle opposition. So I'm talking about conflicts. That lady these days, mzee amemfungulia botiki kubwa Nyeri. Na anauza nguo, amefurahi, and they reunited again. Nilimwambia, can you tell your husband to come so that we can share one-on-one? She said, my husband is not ready to come, but is a changed man now. Bwana asifiwe. Wana wa Mungu, we have families which are in a crisis. You only pretend that you are okay. The time you divorce is when now you want to expose the issue to people. If you bring your issue to men and women whom you trust, your marriage will be saved. You can't say amen because you are experiencing this, maybe. So, he handled opposition, chapter 6 of Nehemiah, verse 1 to 19. The Bible tells me, he prayed and showed persistence when faced with the threat of violence, ridicule, the spreading of rumors, intimidation, and the criticism. Hello, this mzee Nimeru who criticized me, who abused me, but I asked him one time, are you done with abusing me? So that I pray. He said yes. Never be annoyed when you are abused, because there is nothing that can be done to you. They are just mere words. Sometimes you get disappointed that my husband has abused me, my wife has abused me. So what? You still live together. Why don't you accept and sort of then move on? You involve your innocent children to issues which they were not born to see. So, I want to tell you, he handled opposition, he prayed and showed persistence. Sometimes as leaders, we never pray. We never pray. We never persist in an issue. A church house conflict is because you want your selfishness to be identified. He was a man of integrity. Chapter 5, verse 10, 14 and 19. He was against any form of extortion. When the Bible is very clear, he was a man of integrity. He was against any form and believed in clean dealings. You know, I sympathize and I wonder how members were converted when sometimes we go in a cocoon and plan election without even the pastor knowing, you know. The Kenya we have today, and sometimes voting becomes a challenge, but I can't say much because I'm a citizen in this nation. And I may not know what happens, and I don't know who I'm speaking to. But what I'm saying, integrity is noble when we want to do something. Clean dealings. Never take advantage because of privileges you have. He was a man of courage. That's another point. He was a man of courage. Chapter 7, verse 64. Chapter 13, verse 8. He was willing to make tough decisions. One time, I was in Central Church, and I thought about dressing, lifestyle. You know, sometimes we have ladies in church, Adventists, who can sit at the front view, and the way they are dressed, it really becomes questionable to my eyes. Because you see, macho hayana nini? Macho hayana nini jamani? Sasa mchungaji anahubiri, umekaa vibaya hapa mbele, una expect ni hubiri kabisa. I get confused because I'm a human being. So I have to teach what the way of dressing, how we are supposed to dress as ladies. I normally tell my daughter, dress the way you see is the best. Don't dress before me in a way that is questionable. I never like to tell my daughter what is right. The respect is good, but I tell her what is supposed to be spoken. Being in university does not really add nothing to me. It is for your own sake, but you dress well. May the Lord bless you. Amen. I know you are tired with me, so can you give me something now? Let's pray. Naomba tusimame tuombe. Jamani, Mungu awabariki sana. Naomba tuombe. Baba yetu na Mungu wetu wa mbinguni, wewe Bwana ulitujalia kujua Biblia na kujua mema na mabaya. Na Mungu wa mbinguni umetupa vitabu za roho ya unabii. Na zaidi ya yote neno hili limefunuliwa vizuri, lakini wakati mwingine hatuko tayari kutumia uzia ambao umetupa Bwana. Roho wako Mtakatifu anatuongoza kwa uongozi ambao wewe mwenyewe unakubali, lakini wakati mwingine tunafunga macho na tunajifanya hatuoni, hatutaki tuitwe wabaya. Mungu wa mbinguni, naomba usungumzie wale ambao wanatazama, wako kwa runinga hii. Mungu wa mbinguni, wale ambao wako hapa, tunaomba utusaidie ili Mungu wa mbinguni, vile Nehemia alikuwa anaongoza, Mungu tusaidie tuongoze kulingana na mapenzi na utaratibu wako. Bariki wazee wa kanisa hili, bariki viongozi wa tabaka mbalimbali, bariki wachungaji ambao Mungu wa mbinguni wamekuja kunena na wana wako. Mungu, Roho wako Mtakatifu atuongoze. Bariki wachungaji wa kanisa hili, na asante kwa kusudi hili. Mungu, pewe sifa siku zote, kwa jina kuu la Yesu mkombozi wetu tumeomba na kuamini. Amen.